Greetings. Today we're going to be talking about sports, metal, and trophy boards that we are producing in high quantity due to the demand for the boards. And we're going to take you through part of the processes that we use to make the boards. This is my favorite tool in the shop. It's a 19 to 38 inch drum sander. It's called the Supermax with Intella sand, and it'd be hard to produce these in high volume without some of the tools we have. So we'll take you through the process. One of the key things that we did when we set this shop up was to install a whole shop vac system. There was so much dust before we did that, and this has probably eliminated 95% of the dust. You can see on the drum sander the hose that goes up with the pipes we're going to be adding onto this system. And over in the corner there is the system. And I can turn this on remote control with this remote control I have. Each piece of equipment that is attached to the air system has blast gates at each, so you can open and close the particular piece of equipment they're going to be using, which in this case is the drum sander. So we'll get this fired up and get started here. Each quarter turn of the handle is 1/64 of an inch. And we run each side of the board through twice, so that's 4 times. And so we're taking off about 1/16 of an inch with the drum sander. And this really cuts down, as I mentioned, on the time spent with the Orbital sander. I used to spend a lot of time with the Orbital sander on the edges of the boards, and this drum sander really cuts down on the time. We're also using or have this hooked into a vacuum system, not the whole shop vacuum system, but a separate vacuum system to keep the dust down. The very fine dust is extremely dangerous for your lungs. Anything that's 1 micrometer or below is what you want to make sure you don't breathe in. It can be very harmful. So always wear a dust mask, and I'll put a link down below to the dust masks I use. They're base camp dust masks. What I love about the dust masks that I'm using is that they're comfortable enough. You can wear them all day. Often we've had enough orders that I'll be out, spending 10, 12 hours a day just sanding. And with the dust mask, I don't ever notice any kind of coughing or any problem at all. I don't think I'm breathing basically any dust in by using the vacuum systems and the dust mask. Through the process that I use with the Orbital sander, I start out with the 80 grit sandpaper, then I move to 150, and I finish up with 220. It makes the boards ultra smooth. Each time through this process, the boards get smooth enough that it doesn't absorb as much stain as it would if they were not smooth. So, key to the process is the sanding to make a really professional product in the end. When we started making these, we were taken back by how many orders we were getting, and it became obvious, which we basically already knew, is that parents love to honor their children or their family members. And we even have organizations ordering these. Um, we just we're surprised how popular they are. Let's put it that way. And so we're continuing to look at ways to more automate the sanding process. It's the most time consuming process. We offer the boards in three sizes: 18-inch, 24-inch, and 32-inch. And each board has a place to hang medals, and the top shelf is for trophies. And it wasn't uncommon for us to be getting 15 orders a day for quite a while there leading into Christmas. Slowed down a little bit now, which is we're actually kind of thankful for, because we were having to work really long hours to keep up with the demand. But thankful to have the tools we do have: the drum sander, the big belt sander, this Festool Orbital sander is amazing too. And so it's working good. Still trying to figure out if there's ways to cut down on the time this takes, but some of it is just what it is. And so it's going really good for us with these. We stain in 4 different colors. We offer black walnut, cherry, smoke gray, and red Sedona. And I would say the most popular by far is the black walnut stain. Ends up looking real rich. Each board has brass pegs that are towards the bottom to hang metals from. They're spaced 2 inches apart. And I have a jig that I made up that makes sure that the pins are accurately placed at 2 inches apart.
At this point in the process is where my part comes in. I work ahead of time to set up the laser engraver to cut names and sports figures, whatever the people that order want. We try to combine multiple sports if that's what they want. But before I cut them, I put them on a piece of basswood with some adhesive on the back. And then after they're cut, then I'm able to pull them out and paint them. And then I can bring them in when the board's ready and I just pull off the backing and stick them. But I try to make it really symmetrical. So I measure and make sure I'm getting them spaced properly. And yeah, this is where the final touches come in. So I push down to make sure they're stuck really good. And I put the sports figures at the ends. I print them so they're facing the opposite ways. Make sure they're symmetrically placed. And that's how it looks. So here's a couple examples of boards we finished. This one was for a commercial company. And this is what they look like on our Etsy site. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas to everybody.